Big up the Mendem. Welcome back to Pitch Picks Matchweek 11 recap. Football sucks.
Every kind.
Yeah, like the NFL sucks. Premier League sucks. I don't even know how to feel right now because, I started watching Arsenal late last year. All they did was win. I was having the time of my life.
Is that accurate?
Well, they lost the one game I went to at the Emirates.
They win the league?
No.
So they
Why
win.
are you guys all wearing sunglasses?
They win Champions League?
Block out the haters, dude.
Yeah.
Of which there are many.
Block out the haters. Well, I'm seeing darkness right now, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. Like, this is horrible. City, you guys suck. Arsenal, we suck. Forrest got pumped. And this little fucking gremlin over here is the only one with 3 points.
Ipswich got a dub against Spurs on the road.
Should we celebrate that as a show?
I think so.
Yeah, let's have a little fun here, Ipswich. 22 years. 22 years, no wins. They took one trip to the Spurnabau and won. I think Expressions called Tottenham the OBGYN because they just spread their legs open and let everyone through. And I thought that was a bar. I thought it was beautiful. It was fantastic. Shout out to Ipswich. First Premier League win in 22 years. Spurs is just giving out wins. Palace, Ipswich, Arsenal. Like, they just get shit pumped by shitty clubs.
They're the biggest roller coaster club there is right now because it was like they were the highest scoring team in the league. I think they might still be, but they're fun to watch. Everyone's all Big Ange. A couple of bad results. And now people are like, should they get fired Big Ange?
Jackson Michael ripped it. He's the only one that called the Ipswich win.
Yeah, but that was more biased than anything else.
I took Ipswich just because of that plus 825. I didn't think that Ipswich.
You took Ipswich?
I was like, I'll take Ipswich at 825.
Wagwan.
I didn't bet it, though, so I'm a fucking idiot.
I'll bet myself up. Jackson Michael, you called it. What do you got to say about the game?
Yeah, no, I mean, I know Tottenham. I know football.
You know this man is down bad when he's whispering about a Spurs loss.
I know.
This is sad.
A biblical Spurs loss.
You should at least be twerking a little bit. It's not like we lost to Chelsea. We got a result.
What is there for me to be happy about? There's nothing for me to be happy.
You're back in the Champions League spot.
There's nothing for me to
Another
be
kick
happy
of the can in 26.
Listen, let's all talk. Let's all listen. I know that we're all bummed. It was a tough weekend. But let's just all remember something. We're still up there, all of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Actually, we're all top
The panel
four.
is still up there. It's only November.
We're battling.
Maresh can have his little hoorah moment.
Oh yeah, wait. Maresh is the only one not in the top four. He's actually
I had to
13.
I had to look up.
He's the one
13th.
that talks the most.
I had to look up the way he was talking. I was like, man, like they've been on a little bit of a run. Are they up to 8th? They're still in 13th.
Yeah.
We'll get to United when we get to United. But
No, I could bring us to United right now if I want to.
do whatever you want to do.
I'm not gonna do that. Fuck you.
Do whatever you want.
That was a juke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy, listen.
Yeah.
As much as I want to dance and piss all over your grave, I feel like I did that in the group chat on Saturday, and I learned a lesson not to do that until my own team wins. So I'm gonna come to you in a place of peace right now, and genuinely ask you how you're feeling and what's going on with this Manchester City team.
It's a feeling of almost. I'm trying to be grateful. I'm trying to be grateful.
God is good.
It's sort of a Jekyll and the Hyde, though. I'm grateful.
I don't know what that means.
It means I have two feelings about it. One is like, what the fuck? Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Of course, the 1 year I joined a podcast full time is the 1 year that we're not skull fucking everybody, and we're awful. Everything is going wrong. Not only do we have an injury crisis, but we have a crisis of, is our coach going to stick around? What is the future going to look like? But we also have players that are world class that are not playing up. And then the other part of it is like, you know what? We've won 4 in a row. 5 out of the last 7, 5 out of the last 6. I can't even remember. The little blip that we're going through right now isn't that big of a deal.
I think you're wrong.
So I've been a fan of a team that's seen a dynasty die, the Blackhawks. It was a great run. It's almost like it ended. It always ends before you realize it's over. And I feel like this might have already ended for you guys. Liverpool is what, 5 clear a year now?
5 points.
5 points.
That ain't nothing.
It's a lot considering how shit you guys have been.
You guys don't look.
You guys look horrible.
You're not chasing Arsenal. You're not chasing the bottle jobs.
I get it.
So,
but listen.
What the fuck, Chief? We're supposed to be shitting on Rudy, and I'm catching a jab. Zaz catching
that was
a
a
jab.
that was a ricochet. Sorry.
Yeah, but I will say this. I do, in a weird way, feel bad for the Arsenal fans because it's the one.
What the fuck do you feel bad for us?
Because we're finally slipping up, and you guys are
Worse.
It's like the one. Finally, you had your opening. You had your opening, and I don't know what you're doing with it. But so I feel bad because
Are you?
fun.
What percentage of your brain is like, what if it's all of my glory days are behind us? Because you'll be able to replace players. You're not going to be able to replace Pep. Pep's one of a kind. So
Apparently you can, because all these new managers are fucking wizards. They're all Bill Belichick. They're making halftime changes that are absolutely tearing us apart.
Arteta's not.
The mid-table coaches are apparently all Sean McVay. Like, it's insane. I'll get into the game because that sort of takes me to my next point. In these losses, the underlying theme has been at halftime, typically we make changes and Pep makes changes that just like we score in the first minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of been what's happened in the years past. All of a sudden now it's complete reverse Uno, and is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Reverse Uno. Yeah. And they make a change, and then we get absolutely cratered.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing keeps happening where they just bring someone else into the midfield, and then we just get carved up like it's Thanksgiving. So that's really concerning. Kyle Walker played great for the first 60 minutes, and then in the minute 65, it was like he had a brain aneurysm. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he saw his baby mama talking to his other baby mama while the other baby mama was going to get beers for them.
I have a theory. He's 35. He's leggy.
Yeah, and also Pep afterwards said that he is not ready to play a full 90, and that became evident because in 65 through 68, he made a comedy of errors. Phil Foden is
ghost.
Going there. Is scoring goals in the Champions League, but in the Premier League hasn't shown up. The midfield is just completely falling apart. I see you, Za. This is me right now. I am focusing on our problems.
About anyone else.
Yeah. But it's just, things are not going well. And, but I love that it's only November. And I love when people start chirping in Pep's ear because this guy's a dog. People don't realize this guy's a dog.
His quote after the game was insane.
What? Which one?
Insanely disrespectful. He's like, they asked him, they're like, do you think this is the year you're going to lose the league? He's like, I don't know. We've only won the last 7. Like, maybe it is time for someone else to win the league.
Yeah.
Kind of a loser mentality, if you ask me.
I think he's trolling. I think he's like, dude, I've already been here. Like, we've won it 7 times. Like, we're fine.
Did you see Ruben Diaz's quote?
No.
What?
They asked him about the title race. He goes, please doubt us.
Yes,
yeah.
I did see that, and I love that. Please doubt us. We need that. We when you win as much as we did, you need some sort of.
But you've had that chirping for the last 2 weeks.
We love it when people
still got pumped.
We love it when people start to doubt us. Let them doubt Ruben Diaz.
Here's the thing: it's a perfect storm. It went really bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's 4 games in 11 days. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. We have injuries. These teams are playing fantastic against us. It just happens. You lose 4 in a rapid succession, and then thank God for this international break because we got to get – I don't know where Jack Grealish is. I've been hearing weird shit from the camp where he's going to England, but he's been hurt for us. I don't like that. I don't love that.
Country over club.
I want him on the field. He's very useful. Jeremy Doku's hurt. Matias Nunez is kicking people everywhere.
Should have been sent off.
Shut up. And so – I need Pep to reinvent what we're doing because it's not brave enough. I see guys on fucking Brentford dribbling by people. I see Timo Werner dribbling by people. Sure, he skies it every single time, but I need them penetrating. Enough of this around the umbrella. I get that's worked, but let's rethink the fucking
Let's
setup.
get in that box and tear it up.
Let's rethink the
Let's get
setup.
in that
We have
box.
incredible players in Bernardo. I don't know what version of Ilkay Gun. I don't know what they did to him in Barcelona, but they should be investigated because we did not get the same Gundo. Okay.
I was going to ask about that. That buyback is not looking like a great purchase.
I'm pretty sure it was free.
Was it a free?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, because they had no
free.
money.
Yeah.
Never-
Zip it.
Still, it doesn't look like a great decision to bring him back.
He's not looking
Hasn't
good.
been good.
And I want to know what they did to him in Barcelona because he's not the same.
You guys just might not have the horses this time.
Thank you.
You ever seen Spanish Woman, Rudy? Maybe he's a little depressed. Is he married?
Pretty sure he's
Yeah,
married.
he's like Turkish,
I-
Turkish but German. I think.
I don't understand. why anyone on this planet, anyone that's been following football for a long time, or why anyone would think that City's done. The problem with our society is we've become this whole predictive. I want to be first, and I want to be the guy that says this most outlandish thing first and be right, so that everyone on the internet, so I can
You're
go
a
around
genius.
saying I am the one that said it. Oh, it'd be what's it called? Look at me and all that nonsense. That's what's going on with Manchester City.
Yep.
I want to ask you guys a very logical question here. What is City, apart from an injury of which they're replacing one guy with a guy that's pretty much the same level as the other guy? The drop off isn't that big. Yes, Rodri is the best in that position, but Mateo Kovacic is not a bum. The guy is a Champions League winner. He's press resistant. The guy can progress the ball forward. You're not having that much of a drop off. So that may be people's one thing that they'll say, that Rodri, the key guy, is out. But apart from that, what has happened to Manchester City that has people so convinced that, okay, after maybe 2 or 3 games, teams lose games. 2, 3, 4 games in a row. Yeah, it's 4 games in a row. It's crazy. It's different competitions. One is like it was different competitions too. It's like
Yep.
League Cup, Champions League, and then 2 Premier League. So what makes people think they're done? They're 2 points even during that bad run. I don't know how many points they are off Liverpool. Like 2, 3 points. They're not that far off Liverpool. 5 points. 5
Yeah,
points.
5.
That's literally 2 games. If they play Liverpool, they beat Liverpool. That's the lead gone already. That's you're within a point or 2. The game that they play. It's insane.
Yeah, like I would assume that they're still the favorite or the second favorite to win the league. They're just not pumping people the way they used to. I remember the first year Forest was up, we went to the Etihad and lost 6-0. And it was just like, holy shit, like this is a different level. Like these guys are unbelievable. They're not doing that to the promoted teams this time around. It's 1-0 against Southampton. Like it's just not the same level of dominance that they've done in years past. And those injuries, like you can say, yeah, it's one guy, it's Rodri. He's still the Ballon d'Or winner. Like he is the best, and he pulls all the strings. And KDB has not been KDB too. So I think when you combine those two things, they just don't look. They don't look like you're playing a super team the way they used to. They're still awesome. They're just not. They're not like they. If you put this City team up against the City teams the last couple of years, those teams
would get
killed.
So maybe I didn't say it properly. So I didn't say so you can think. I think it's a form thing. It's a form thing, right? So based off form, you can't really say that the era is over. Yeah, they're going through a tough patch. It's a rough piece of form, if you ask me. There is nothing fundamentally that has happened to Manchester City for me to then say that, okay, this is going to change. I mean, yeah, they got the injuries, but these guys have 16, 17 interchangeable players. Yes, De Bruyne is out, but guess who can play at the same level, pretty much at the same level as De Bruyne does? You can get Bernardo Silva to fill in there. Bernardo,
Shit, dude.
You can get Phil Foden to fill in there. It's they're players that are out of form, but actual quality wise, Bernardo Silva is one of the greatest midfielders we've ever seen in the Premier League. Phil Foden just won World Player, the young Premier League Player of the Year kind of thing. So these guys are quality players. They're just out of form.
But how much?
To say they're done, I don't think so.
But I don't think anyone's saying they're done. I am rooting for them to be done. Those are different things. Okay. Yeah. But I do think that, maybe part of the reason why Foden was able to win Young Player of the Year is because he was sort of insulated and was able to play with KDB and with Rodri. And now that doesn't have that same elite level support system, maybe he's exposed a little bit because he has to do more.
Also, that much I don't know. The actual reason you can point at a lot of things. Yeah. The calendar, people missing, and all that. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Foden.
I think a big part of it too is the game plan was written a little bit by some of those lower half teams, right? Southampton, Brentford. Brentford's not super low table, but when they played City, they did a good job of not giving them space, cutting down those one-touch passes, and themselves playing it out of the back. And you saw Brighton make those changes. So we've done a lot to talk about City and their run of bad form, but Brighton played very, very well in that second half. They made the changes. They brought Baliba on, who was quality. O'Reilly makes his debut and scores a goal. They played very well.
They did.
That
and a lot
good,
of players
too.
our teams are playing better. Like you saw against Bournemouth, they played very well and were able to neutralize City. They were able to neutralize Holland, and that takes a lot away from Pep's like prep and his game plan, which hasn't been done. That's the thing that hasn't been done this consistently against City.
I agree. I think that, yes, the script is out right now. It's very clear that teams are figuring out how to play against us, and I actually love that because if you remember the treble season, right around this time, we were having a little bit of a rough patch, and then Pep went into his office, and he looked at John Stones, and he said, I'm about to fuck shit up. And he did. The hybrid center back holding midfielder. No one saw coming. The box midfield that everyone copied. So I'm excited. I cannot wait. Pep is not a guy. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with him after the season. God bless him. But I'm very excited to see, okay, he's going to go to the drawing board during this break, and he's going to say, well, how can I completely revolutionise
Damn it, you spoke while I had a take brewing. You're going to see a different Man City after this international break. I have seen this story.
Oh, you got him to take the glasses off, son.
No, that's just
we had him right where I wanted him. Fucking depressed, thinking your season's over, and now you glazed him.
This is just the reality because I have seen this on countless occasions with Man City. They drop a few points. Everybody thinks, oh, yeah, I was one of them. Everyone thinks, oh, yeah, this is the year we finally got him. And I was trying to think of which season it was that you referenced. You dropped down to like 9th. There was a point in that season you were like 9th. 9th on the table, I think it was early on in the season or something. And then they just went on that miraculous 16 wins in a row. 16, was it like 16 or 15? I forgot how many the exact number, but they went on a crazy wins in a row thing. That is just it's insane, and that's honestly that's what I'm expecting after this this international break. Man City to be back to Man City stuff.
Interesting. I hope they get their shit pumped. I'm not gonna lie.
Chief,
you got your shit pumped. Newcastle went into your crib.
Yep.
3-1, thrashed you, made you look like a bitch. How do you feel?
I feel okay too. I
Whoa.
feel okay too. Look, that Forest played terrible. So I'm glad I brought up that Man City game where it was like we are just not on this level. Like we're not ready for this type of like elite competition. And there were other games, the Newcastle game that year, West Ham early that year. I was like, what is going on? Like this league is impossible. That game, it was Callum Hudson-Odoi was terrible. He was subbed off after an hour. Morgan Gibbs-White was probably his worst game I can remember with him in the red. Just giving the ball away, making it way too easy, and then you gave one up to tie. But Forest was never the better team for really, even when they were ahead, they were not playing well. I was live tweeting them like this. They don't look right, and it was definitely a step up in competition. Newcastle's way better than Leicester. They're way better than West Ham. And I think they're probably a team that's they got a lot of talent and they got big boys on that team. Like they got units. Like Joe Linton is a unit. Guimaraes is a unit. Like they're a big physical team. And Forest, they looked like they had been kind of feeling themselves a little bit. Home game. Everyone's talking about how great they are. You can't go onto YouTube without
little rat poison. Yeah,
I think there was rat poison out there. So I think this is a good opportunity to reset. Hopefully stay healthy through the international break. And recalibrate, get back to what we do, because it was an ugly game. Just giving the ball away, mistakes in bad parts of the pitch. So I think that if it was like Newcastle came in and just absolutely ran us the way that it had been in previous years, I would be a lot more worried. I think that this was almost like a positive reset. Like you knew you're going to need a game like this to kind of be like, all right, like hey. You guys were thinking you're all that. Let's circle the wagons, get back to what we do. Smart passes, good passes, control the ball, hit them on the counter, responsible defensively. Like it was just nobody looked good in that entire game, and it's almost like you just buried the ball and move on.
I was watching it and I was thinking you just caught like the Newcastle team. Like you never like some games they just look like they all partied the night before. They were so hungover, and you caught them on an off day in terms of like drink because they were like. They looked so up for the game.
Yep.
They were pinging the ball around.
Definitely.
It was fucking insane. I was like, dude. That's the thing about this Newcastle team is that sometimes you watch them and you're like, oh, these guys like want to play. And then some days you're like, do they even like know? Like, are they volunteers?
And it's like, when they put Trippier on the bench, it feels like that's like a better – like they know who they are now. I think they're a top half team for sure in my eyes. And they were 1,000% the better team on Sunday. And – not much I can do, just kind of tip my cap, and Forest needs to be better. Forest can beat that team, they were not going to beat them.
Not on that day.
Not on that day.
Yeah, no.
Not on that day.
Yeah, no.
You don't think this is the beginning of you getting back to where you belong?
Where do we belong?
Like
Where do we belong?
Not where you're at.
Nine
right now.
through 13.
Not where you're at right
9
now.
through 13.
No, I don't think so. That was. I really do think that game was more about Forest not being sharp than it was about anything Newcastle did. So Newcastle, like, if they somehow played to a draw that game, I wouldn't have been surprised. But yeah,
you guys went up 1-0. It's not like they pumped you from the start.
But they
guys
did.
went out
They did. We won a set piece, and they did not cover Murillo, and Murillo got his first goal for Forest right before he goes to Brazil as a full senior international. So it's look, yeah, they were the better team from the jump. From the jump, we got ahead, but it was not a game. It was one of those games where I'm like, all right, we're lucky to be ahead. Can we lock it down defensively like we've done? And they just kept coughing the ball up, which is not something they've done this year. They've been efficient with their passes. They've been safe with their passes. And everybody's kind of been on the same page. They all look very disjointed in that game. So
you're not hitting the panic button.
No.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I think it's one that Nuno says sorry to the fans for the game plan, apologizes, you move on. But same as we did with City, Newcastle came to play. Joel Linton's goal was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing strike by him.
But even that one, if you look at it, like Dominguez has to fill in there and take away that lane.
Yeah.
He was like, everybody was a step slow. So every other game this year, I don't think Joel Linton's getting that shot off. But it's like everybody was just a step slow to react, and they got beat by the better team on the day. That's what
to
it was.
Rudy's point, like they looked up, like
Yeah.
Cal has kind of been a little teetering on the hot seat, and there's a lot of rumors
Definitely.
now speculating that maybe Mourinho's the guy that comes in next. And when you start to see the reports about the next guy, you got to get up for the manager if you respect him and you want to play for him. And they had to win that game. So.
Yeah.
all right. While we're on this tour,
But wait a second. Zaw thinks that they belong bottom half of the way he's talking. You a couple weeks ago, you're saying we could do a Leicester. Now you're saying that we're back where we belong.
That's a spot that I'm in. It is there's guys on that team that I like. I like the team. I don't like you. So my opinion and my predictions are based off how you are moving around here. You were.
he was moving around like that.
And I got to be careful. I got to be
Yeah,
careful, and he has. That's the thing. I got to be careful with what I say because he has. He has the fucking pedigree. It's 1980s, 1970s, whenever it is. But he's a champion. A champion's a champion. But the way
2 stars
you
over
were
that
puffed,
logo.
you see, the way the way you were moving around this office with your chest puffed up. Oh, Forest, Arsenal, you were like you knew when the Arsenal game was like a month ago. That's like brother. Let's pump the brakes.
I'm preparing. We're on this show. I talk to you every day, so yeah, I know when that Arsenal.
Which is why now I'm like, all right,
Now it's up.
Hey, it's the next game. Fucking strap in. Bring your seatbelt, bitch. All right, let's go.
That's what I just noticed. But nah, Forest. It's got guys I like, the Ainas and Taiwo and all that, and the Callums and the Anthony Langas and all. I'm gonna be curious to see how it's now about responding. So they've been on a good little run of form and all that. Let's see how they respond after the international break and all. And now you're getting your guys, because now you guys are actually good. Your guys are now going to Brazil and all that. He needs to start. They better start him and play him both games 90 minutes. He's now a big boy.
Yeah,
minutes.
Your wish. That's what you want.
Sid Magalhaes down, start Murillo for the 2 games and all. But yeah, no. One thing I was just thinking about, I wonder how Chelsea fans feel about this. It's now just hindsight stuff because at the time it was the right decision. I mean, Reece James, without the injuries, Reece James was unstoppable at one point. But I was watching your guys and just thinking they could have had, who I'm a very big admirer of, by the way, Cobham Academy. They could have had Ola Aina in that right back slot, and I think he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's one of our most important players. He had the goal the week before. Rock solid defensively. He didn't have his best game on Sunday either. So it's like everybody was just, they weren't on it. They weren't on it for whatever reason. So it was a very disappointing result because I bet Forest. I'm at the point now where it's like they should be able to compete with everybody in the league. They've already beaten Liverpool. They're tied for 3rd on points. They're right there, and it's not like it's at the beginning of the year when I'm screenshotting the table and it's like, oh, Forest is second, but nobody has played their game yet.
I was doing that last year. I can't lie.
Yeah. But that's like a fun, but that was a troll at the beginning of the year because I fully expected them to be a bottom half team. We're 30% of the way into the season now.
Yeah.
So it's not a small sample size. I think that they'll be kicking around.
You're way safe from relegation.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance in hell you get relegated.
No. It's now unless it's an actual disaster of like magnitudes we've never seen.
I can't imagine.
Oh, I'd hate that.
Yeah, I know you would.
I would.
I would never feel any type of way about Forest going down if I didn't know you.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Now I'm
hateable. I know. I know. You guys missed the Blackhawks era when I was the most annoying person on the internet. If Forest does something special this year, I haven't even started. I haven't even started.
Hasn't even dipped his toe in the water.
Oh God.
It's all right, Zaw. You're gonna feel better after this. Arsenal Chelsea draw 1-1. Martinelli puts Arsenal up 1-0, and then yet again Arsenal choke and drop points. I think the season's over, Zaw. I don't think they have a shot in hell at winning the league. I really don't. I try to do some math, and you guys know I'm new to the game here, but
you're new to math too.
Yeah, according to my math drop point system, Arsenal has dropped 14 points already. 2 to Brighton, 2 to City, 3 to Bournemouth, 2 to Liverpool, 3 to Newcastle, 2 to Chelsea. That's too many points. This team is boring to watch. There's no offense. There's no creativity. We don't have anyone on attack that could put the ball in the back of the net. Saka's been shit. Straight the fuck up. Sorry, Zaw. It is what it is. Havertz has been a ghost. He's been horrible. Martinelli was our best attacker in the game against Chelsea, but overall this entire season, he's been shit. The midfield's been shit. The back wall of Islington has been fucking bombarded by every and anyone in this league. This team has scored 7 goals in their last 7 matches. 3 of them were against fucking Preston. This team is shit. I think the title's over. I really do. And I don't want to be this, what do they call it? Is it pessimistic?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Okay. I don't want to be a pessimistic prick, but my eyes don't lie. I do not see a quality football team at all.
Even with the shades.
Yeah, I can't even take them off because I'm living in darkness right now. And I'm starting to think this fucking guy I find on TikTok, Lee Gunner, smoking a fucking cig, talking about Arteta out. He might have a fucking point. I really don't know what to do with this team anymore.
Yeah. No, I
Samina, mina, ooh, waka, waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz offside again. Sing it, Zah. You love singing the tune. Let me read you some stats here, buddy. 90 minutes, 4 offsides, 1 touch in the opponent's box, 0 shots. You make it so damn easy, you guys. I got Lil Man Ting over there posting goal celebrations before the goal is even confirmed.
You did?
Being an absolute dickhead, Kai Havertz, with the shushing of the crowd. Doing the mannequin challenge when Neto scores the equalizer. Oh, my God. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. I'm a United guy. You know that. It was rich to watch how they treated him on that pitch. But you know what? Interesting. Also, I got a gift for you again. Would be remiss to not bring you a gift. This one actually came from my friend Mark Cucurella. From one man's pocket to another. I just wanted to give you something.
Cucurella.
He said he found this in his pocket. If you want to.
What's it say?
I'll open it up on Zaw's behalf.
He's not touching that.
It's a piece of paper with a picture of Bukayo Saka.
Why don't you show that to the camera?
Just keep it in
Just
keep it in your pocket.
Just because I'm just reading stats. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chances created, 0 accurate crosses in the primetime match against the Chelsea.
Damn.
The floor is yours.
He's crumpled up his boy.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting sick of wearing this mask, but I still can't show my face. It's
Is it machine washable?
I don't know, man. It's it's just ruining my life. Everybody's asking me about this team. I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk about this team. Thank God for the international break, because I will be taking a vacation from this team because I need it to regroup. Hopefully this is my Dubai. This is my Dubai. I'm gonna go on the international break. What am I doing? Oh, I'm gonna be in Arizona this weekend. I'm gonna be in Arizona and Scottsdale. I'm not.
That'll be good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It really is gonna be my.
Catch a spa.
Mm-hmm. So
Until someone gets hurt on international break.
No, I'm not even gonna be watching that. I'm checked out. But on the actual game, I'll try provide as objective opinion and analysis. I saw actual signs of life, as opposed to previous games. Results are still not being taken care of, which has a lot to do with finishing our dinner. Our control was a bit better than previous games, but again, we're still lacking in the front department, creating of quality chances, taking our chances. I mean, Martinelli had one save by Sanchez that should have gone in. The Havertz thing, offside, unfortunately. And then right at the end, Trossard, the fucking bum, just took one right off. It literally was written in the stars. The bum Trossard took the ball off Havertz's foot. Havertz was going to score the winner, last kick of the game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal wins. The away end was going to go off singing 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scored again, and then fucking Trossard just decides to take it off his boot, and that was it. On the actual goal itself, I see a lot of people online, pointing, saying, "Oh, Declan Rice should be the 6. Where was Partey? Declan Rice should have been the 6 and all that. If Rice was the 6, that wouldn't have happened." Now, if any one of those idiots that believe that had half of a brain, they would realize that Thomas Partey had gone to cover the space that Saliba had vacated, and he had gone as he had bombed up to the left. That's what Thomas Partey was doing back in the back line. He went there to cover for Saliba. Right? That's number one. Second, Kai Havertz's effort on that goal, just watching the man as he walks right in front of you, is criminal. That is criminal. That should be a life sentence, because when it comes to the basic minimums in life, effort is a basic minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Be proud of what you do.
Being on time.
I'm cool with you maybe attempting to try control a ball and it bounces off a brick off your chest and goes 50 yards. You tried. But you just standing there and watch fucking Neto just walk right past and goes and has a direct run at our defense is absolutely criminal, and you should be ashamed. Once Neto's gotten past the people that were pointing at Partey, guess what channel he's in? He's not in the 6th channel.
Mm-mm.
He's in the 8th channel. Ha! Guess who was playing the 8? Everybody's favorite that no one actually wants to point out and say that, yo, where were you? Because that is your zone. You were playing left 8. Everybody's favorite, Declan Rice. But my boy, Thomas Partey, who was 6, covering for Saliba, who had gone on a fucking party, I don't know what the hell he was doing, where it went, is the one that has to wear that, and people are saying it's on him. Absolute insanity. And then it's just Arteta too. Rice had a broken foot. Rice looked pathetic when he was playing the 8th. We looked awful with him in the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Marino comes on. The balance of the midfield immediately improved. We were controlling possession a bit better. Why was Rice playing?
100 million down the drain.
Chill.
Why was Declan Rice playing? He's injured. He has a broken foot. Why was he playing? So Arteta needs to explain that to me. Overall, there's signs of life, yes, but guess what? We don't get candy for signs of life.
There's no signs of life.
It's a results-driven business, and as long as you don't produce results, then you'll have people like Nicky Smokes, who's participating in it with the watching the Gunners and them, and you'll have people asking questions. I don't participate in those games. I'll participate at the end of the season.
Well, here's my thing, right? I think the draw was the right result. I don't think we deserved that win. I think Chelsea played great. I thought we played good too. I don't think we dominated them. I heard people online talking about, oh, we dominated that. Mikel Arteta was like, we dominated them that whole game. I didn't see any form of dominance.
We were better in possession. I
barely. We had like an extra % of possession.
We had more. You know how big of a difference that is over a 90-minute game playing away from home?
Domination.
Away from home.
You're going to use the word domination.
No, you use that.
You did.
You used
Mikel Arteta did.
I'm not Arteta.
They had 17 total shots, 3 on target. We had 13 shots, 3 on target. We had 51%. They had 49. We both had the same expected goals.
What did I say? I said we showed signs of life. That's what I said.
Okay, fair.
The domination narrative.
Okay, fair. So Mikel Arteta and the other people online saying we dominated them, that's bullshit. We did not dominate them. That match, that result was the proper result. I don't think we deserved to win that game.
That's what I don't agree with. That I don't agree with.
You thought we were supposed to win that game.
The fact that result was the proper result. I don't agree with that. What ended up happening is we drew. That's a reality, a situation. That's reality. But looking at the balance of play, I think we should have won that game.
I think we could have lost that game.
I think you could have won that game strictly off that last play.
Yeah, but then if we're going to do the couldas, like...
They missed so many chances,
they had... Gusto missed one, then he faked an injury after because it was such a clear one that should have gone in.
That's what you do. Hey, listen, and they go up to you, they're like, the trainer's like, what hurts? And you're like, my heart.
Wake missed one that could have gone in.
Martinelli, the miraculous save. We also had
Martinelli got his lick back with that short side goal that shouldn't have gone in if the keeper was
so that's 2. Havertz 3. So
and then you give Cole Palmer that amazing shot he had that Raya blocked that could have gone in.
We had our chances off the corner. There were 2 corners that almost went in. 6-4. We had our chances.
Another thing with Arsenal is that this team can't close. They can't close games. How many times have we had leads?
Ditto, brother.
And then end up drawing. City game, 97 minutes. We had to hold them for 30 more seconds. Blew it. Liverpool, same shit. Chelsea, same shit. I'm sure there's more games that I could go down here. Bournemouth lost fucking outright. I mean, like, these are games that we're leading late into the game, and we're choking. We suck. They can't close, and that's the problem with this team.
I will say this. Your outlook is a little bit brighter, should be a little bit brighter, considering the things you just said. You've played Liverpool, you've played Chelsea, and you've played City. That's 3 big games now out of your way in the first 11. You're going to have a run of matches that are going to be easier to pick up points. Mm-hmm. You're going to have your guys.
Are they easier, though?
They should be on paper. Saka's pulled out of international duty because he... But I don't know how
his injury might be serious.
I don't know if it's serious or if it was just whatever there.
Saka plays, so Saka's injured.
Yeah, so Declan Rice is pulled out.
He plays, so he's injured too.
So you don't have them going. Odegaard's back. The problem is he is going to Norway. But, it should be a little bit easier in the next few weeks and months.
Yeah, your run coming up is Forest at home, at West Ham, United at home, at Fulham. Like those, and that's just the.
I don't think any of those are just 3 points automatic, though. I really don't.
No, I West Ham should be.
That's 1 game.
West Ham should be 3 points automatic.
Is Fulham on the road?
Yeah,
we lost to them last year on the road.
Yeah, they look pretty strong. I mean, but it's easier than playing. It's easier than the run that you've been on.
Sure, but then you mix in. I'm sure there's a Champions League game in between there, Carabao Cup game.
Sporting is
they're good.
Yeah,
they're good. Yeah.
You can get a real up close look at Man United's next striker.
Nah,
this is it. This is the big boy. I don't care about this whole strength of schedule and what and whatnot. We should be winning all those games. This is the big boys table that we're at. This is the levels that we should be performing at. So those games are easier. We should be winning those.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you who's winning. Liverpool. Again, this team just can't lose. Clearly in first place, 28 points, 5 clear of City, 9 clear of Arsenal. They pumped Villa 2-0. Maresh, I know you're their biggest hater. Can anyone stop this team?
I don't think
they've been stopped.
They've been stopped. Yes, they were stopped at Anfield, but oh my God, is their counterattack lethal.
Their role.
It is insane to watch. As someone who, in FC loves to play on the counter, sit back and wait for my chances, that part of their game is beautiful to watch. Just the Salah ball through to Nunez, and then that finish by him. Then you had just so many other chances that Nunez should have hit that sitter.
That guy is useless.
But they just look immense there. Darwin Nunez did give us the full experience, as I tweeted from the account, but
he is the worst human. Actually, let me no, he's a great human. He's a good human. He is the worst striker on the planet because that guy will score.
I'll tell you what, you wish you had him over Havertz.
A wonder goal. The guy would no. I'm happy I don't. I would have actually popped. I would have actually popped a fuse.
You would absolutely rather have him.
I would have popped
Havertz.
a fuse because the Darwin Nunez experience, the Kai Havertz experience is a bit more steady, where he's either hot or off. Darwin Nunez is like Giroud. He's like Olivier Giroud. Look at that guy's highlight tape. The guy's goals are just worldies after worldy after worldy after worldy. And then when you actually look at the full game, he scores that one worldy, but he will miss 5 open gates. I can't have that as a striker. I will fucking lose my mind if I have a striker like I had a striker like that. His name was Olivier Giroud, and I hated the motherfucker.
I agree with that, but they just look real good. Van Dijk and Konate at the back as well. They're solid. There was a questionable, I don't remember seeing it, but there's a questionable penalty that people are saying should have gone to Villa. But Liverpool looked to be rolling, and I think that there's a big argument I'm starting to see online. I don't have the stats pulled up right in front of me, but people are starting to ask the question of if we should say that Mohamed Salah is better than Thierry Henry.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just telling you what
honestly,
I'm reading.
Zaha has to defend his honor because I wasn't like watching soccer at that point in my life.
That is what I'm starting to see online, is that people are saying maybe he's Africa's best player to play in the Premier League.
That's true.
Yeah.
That part is true. That he from an so not African, but a player that represents an African nation to play in the Premier League. Who would be up there?
Would that not make him African?
Henry is African, but he's
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Kante is African.
Gotcha.
Riyad
Yep.
Mahrez.
Yeah.
Mahrez is African, but he's French.
But so like then Drogba would be in that.
Yeah.
So no, but he's Ivorian. So Drogba. Oh
Yeah.
in the,
Representing an
First
African
Mo
nation.
Salah, yeah.
who's there? Drogba, Mane,
Okocha.
Okocha. But Okocha wasn't too long. Kanu Nwankwo.
But yeah, he's definitely the best player to represent an African country. Back to my original question, a lot of people are asking the question if he's a better Premier League player than Thierry Henry.
Nope. Prime Henry was unbelievable. Prime Henry.
Get there.
Just so you guys know, just so you guys realize what we're dealing with here. Prime Thierry Henry is the biggest Ballon d'Or robbery to date. Prime Thierry Henry was the biggest Ballon d'Or robbery to date. Prime Thierry Henry was putting in 30 goals and 20 assists in the same season.
All right, so they have the same amount, almost about the same amount of appearances in the Premier League. Henry's got him by 10 in goals. Salah's got more assists.
I'm not stats. You can tell me all the
I'm
stats.
just telling you,
Okay.
that's what's leading people to think this.
Okay,
I'm looking at it right now.
When I think
Go ahead.
Prima
Sorry,
Henry,
Sorry, Kachok, go ahead.
That's pretty much it. 'Cause
Yeah, no,
matter for what.
I'm not a stats merchant. I'm lucky enough to be old enough to have watched both their full careers in the Premier League. If you ask me who I think is the better player out of the two, Thierry Henry. And we're comparing. This is no insult. We're comparing possibly. Let me not say possibly. We're comparing. I'm not saying Salah is 2, but it's like comparing number 1 and number 2, pretty much. So it's.
By the end of the season, there will be an argument to say if they do go on and win the title, there is definitely an argument to say that Salah is a better Premier
Salah, a hell of a
League
player. Yeah, because by then they'll both have 2.
what if he gets a second
Two-
Champions
They'll
League?
both have
Well, he's
2.
already got one that Thierry had to go to Barcelona.
Correct. That's
so.
why I'm asking.
No, but we're talking Premier League. We're not talking playing.
Well, what they're playing for.
But they were, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I can think about when I watch Liverpool and their counterattack, I'm like, damn, that must be cool.
Yeah.
I don't ever see.
Must
I
be nice.
I don't know if I've ever seen. Jeremy Doku had a goal last year in the Champions League. I think his first goal that was a counterattack, and shit was fucking awesome. I don't never get to see my team counterattack.
Nope.
Let me think.
I don't ever get to see that, and that's okay. But I just kind of like, damn, that's cool.
What I will say is Salah is the greatest winger. He's the greatest right winger I've seen in the Premier League. I was trying to think of the other right wingers. Salah is the greatest right winger I've seen in the Premier League.
Are we all on board that Villa is just ass?
I don't think they're ass. I think that they're.
There may be a cheek.
Yeah, I think they're finishing outside of Europe.
There may be
Really?
It might be a butt
Yeah.
cheek.
Because, like, wouldn't you say, you would say Liverpool, City are for sure better.
Yep.
Chelsea's for sure better, I think, this year.
Yep. You better say Arsenal, you prick.
Arsenal's got to prove it to me.
We already beat them.
He's just trolling.
Just trolling. Arsenal's better. I think.
Newcastle.
I think Newcastle and Brighton are there. I think.
This could just be a form thing, though, because Villa was nasty early in the year.
But they weren't playing anybody. Like they had a weak part of their schedule. And look, we saw this happen in Newcastle too. When you have to play in Champions League, it does take a lot out of you. If you don't have like unbelievable depth, and they tried to add some, they got Onana, but they just don't like. I think that's just going to wear on them more and more as the season goes along, and then they'll probably bounce back next year. Wasn't there like rumors about Duran being a problem child there too? Mm-hmm. So they might have some issues behind closed doors, chemistry wise. So they don't look the same team that they did last year, second half of last year.
Tottenham are in 10th.
Yeah,
Yeah, they suck.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful. All right, I think that's all the games from this weekend. Let's do some voicemails, Marash.
No.
3-point collectors. None of you guys can say that.
It's true.
You all did bet your clubs to win. 3 of the panel did. MC 130. We can't mush that, can we?
Did it.
Did it. Anyway, great game this week. I'm not taking it I'm trying to stay as humble as I can here.
And 13th?
The last 4.
Is it hard to stay humble in 13th?
We'll get to that. The last 4 that we've played were not crazy teams. We played Leicester twice. We played PAOK, and then we've played Chelsea. And we got the result against Chelsea. Great run for Ruud's interim stint as manager. He unfortunately is no longer with the club as of today. But he did a great job. Great game. Bruno Fernandes, 250 appearances. Pretty much 3 goal.
He played amazing.
Yeah.
And that one goal he scored was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I just wanted to rattle off a couple stats here about Bruno Fernandes, right? 250 appearances, right? 156 goals and assists in those appearances for United. That's more than Steven Gerrard. That's also more than this guy that people keep trying to tell me is the best player to ever play in midfield in the Premier League, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne had 130 in his first 250, so it's not by a little. It's by
Whoa, wait. Bruno has what?
156.
GA?
Yep.
In how many games?
250.
Fucking hell. Really?
That is the best signing.
Weren't you calling him a bum?
No way.
That is facts.
No way.
Look
Really?
Look it up on your mini computer.
He has a crazy stat that.
But that's the thing about. You see, the thing about Bruno is he's been the main guy in a crappy United era. So yeah, those stats
he has great.
He's a good
GA
player.
stats,
He's a
yeah.
good player.
Yeah.
He's
good,
got
he's
like
a good
the
stats.
most
Stats wise, he's a good player.
goal creations.
Yeah, now Bruno's
by
a
a
good
mile,
player.
like in big leagues too. So that was great to see. Garnacho scored a beauty.
Thoughts on
Yeah.
that?
That was a beauty. But,
Thoughts on the celebration fan
Yeah.
base?
He shut that dork Planet Faz up, and he told everybody who the fuck he is. He says, I'm him. But he didn't celebrate like that. He stayed humble. He's obviously upset because the guy's being a dickhead to him before the game against PAOK.
It's honestly it's not just the problem with those guys, and people forget this. They're humans just like that. They're humans just like Garnacho is a 20. He's just like you when you were 20. He just so happens to be rich and his job is crazy.
Yeah.
The second he's done with training, the guy is on TikTok, he's scrolling on his burner, tweeting and stuff like that. He sees everything, so it's not just facts.
And his brother's big on social media, always tweeting stuff. But interesting stat here about Garnacho: 11 goal involvements this season. No player on this list I'm about to read has more than him. Saka, Olise, Mbappe, Leao, Foden, and Nico Williams. None of those players have more goal involvements than Alejandro Garnacho in the 24-25 season. So like I said, great end of Rude's stint here. And after the result on Sunday, we're back to level goal differential, and we're only it says 13 next to our name.
Mm-hmm.
Do the math on the points separated.
No, I saw
it's 4.
Yep.
It's 4 points. Next match that you guys have is against Chief. If that match ends in a draw and we beat Ipswich, that shrinks to 3. And then who do you play? United. God forbid United, the ever so shit United, get a result. A draw or a win. We're either level or 2 behind. And so the deficit
I'm shaking in my boots.
It's decreasing.
You guys might just lose to Ipswich outright. Just like Tottenham did.
God forbid that
you
guys all come
the new manager bump on Rude.
It's not ruined, and that's where you're naive. They have to still prove to the new guy who's bringing in new staff that they deserve a starting spot in that squad. They did it for Rude so they could get minutes, and now they have to do it all over again because there's 3 new coaches that are coming with him that they have to prove that they need to be in the squad.
Is Bruno gonna get the squad?
Bruno is the center. I said this a couple weeks ago on the podcast. You built the team around Bruno. He's the most important piece.
Well, you hired a manager that runs a formation that doesn't really fit Bruno.
Yes, he will fit in there.
Where?
In the midfield.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I mean,
and we hired a Portuguese manager. Where's Bruno from?
Yeah.
Portugal.
I only have one question that I was thinking about this morning. Is did you find the guy and you just got rid of him?
No.
That's what I think happened.
No, this
like,
is
they
I
look
really
good.
think that club.
Rolls. Like I said, the run of form
Did
was.
you get rid of the right
was
guy?
The guy.
I really
Leicester
think they did.
Don't read it. It's
No troll shit.
Leicester twice, Pauk, and Chelsea.
Can
the
I?
Chelsea match was one we should have won. If you won that, maybe I'm asking that question.
They look great.
But you know what? This is what happens. This is what happened with Solskjaer. We fell in love with him. He went on that 10 game run where they didn't lose, and then they gave him the
Ollie's at the wheel.
And then look what happened there. I will say this: probably one of the better managers we've had in the post Sir Alex Ferguson era, but he wasn't the guy. So I like what Ineos has done. Unfortunately, I wish he could have stayed on to be like a striker coach and still be involved. But, that's just not how business goes. I think he did great marketing for himself, and he'll land himself a good job. So, yeah.
Retired with 100% winning percentage.
That's what I would do.
Not fully retired. He'll probably go get a good big
Well,
job.
I mean, from
you guys might be in the market.
Man United.
You guys might be in the market soon.
Rudy, well, what's that saying they say about people that like history? It's people that study history will never repeat it. Some shit like that. What is it?
If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Thank you. I knew your smart ass would get that. Fun
What's
fact.
the other quote? History always repeats itself. So that means City will probably be back in the championship. Probably.
All right, shut the fuck up.
And we'll probably win.
Forest might win another 2 Champions
Let me
League, but
tell
there's
my
no history
story.
on Arsenal winning one, so you'll never sing that. Hold that.
Alrighty. I don't even know if I should
Zah
tell my
hates
story.
this
What was
show.
I want to hear it.
So back in the day, Miami Dolphins were in a slump.
Yeah.
They fire their head coach. Do you know who takes over the team for the Miami Dolphins and gives them a winning record?
Mike McDaniel.
Dan Campbell.
Ah, what?
Yeah.
Really?
And then we sacked Dan Campbell.
Yeah, he was the interim head coach.
I didn't
remember
know that.
Went to New Orleans. Studied under Sean Payton. Now he's the head coach of the Lions, and he has a team talking shit, potentially going to win the Super Bowl. Sounds awfully familiar.
It's not familiar. I don't. We've had managers who could have done that. Kieran McKenna could have been a United manager. He's not.
Turn it down.
Look at Ipswich.
Okay.
One win in the Premier League.
Hey, they just got called up. They beat Spurs.
Okay, one win in the.
I just asked the question.
I don't think Rude will accept a job in the Premier League. I don't think he's going to get offered one. I think his best case scenario is he goes into the Bundesliga, goes back to the Eredivisie, which he did win. So I think this was great marketing for him to get a good job, and I hope he does that. I don't think it's going to be in the Premier League. If it does, I'm wrong, but I really don't think that's going to happen.
All right, I'm really excited for this next segment. It's the first time we've done it, so I'm going to need everyone to put their headphones on.
What?
Even you, Jackson Michael. We had callers call in to give us some takes, and I can't wait to hear them.
Any stupidity, these headphones are coming on.
Maresh, spin that shit.
All right, this is the first one.
All right. this doesn't have anything to do with Chief and Rudy.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hockey boys, fellow hockey boys, go Hawks. But that stupid bitch, Nikki Smokes, and that little midget Zaw. Those two bums don't know shit about football. They just blame each other and blame everybody else. Cowards. Up the Reds. Don't even know what that means. But
They didn't have a question.
No.
Good comment. Thank you for that call. Appreciate it. Please call in again next week.
Fuck that guy.
All right, next one's
I didn't hear.
Yo, Joe from Delco here.
Love the
First
accent.
time, long time. Got a couple comments. One, just want to say, if anyone has seen Rudolph, I'd love to hear from him because City is absolute trash. And two, for that fat fuck Chief,
Damn.
I just want to say, if you thought Forest actually had a chance all year, you were mental. They are
I
a
like this
10
guy.
to 12 place team on the table. Cash your ticket now. You have no chance. And then three, yeah, I mean, Arsenal, we didn't, whatever. But, hey,
I like this guy.
we'll get him next time. Bye.
Good call. Great call. A+ call. I love that guy. Love that guy. That's a great call right there.
That was great. Chief, you going to cash your ticket out?
no, yeah. We're right off of it. We win next week, next game. We're fine.
Were you more offended by fat fuck or cash your ticket out?
Cash your ticket out.
And
That fuck is just accurate.
And Rudy, I mean, you should respond. Let him know you're alive.
Oh, well, we're here. You'll see us. Don't worry.
He's
We're
still
lying
looking
on-
up at
yeah,
you,
no,
yeah.
well,
The
yeah.
shades are off. He's comfortable.
Shades are off. Feel good. Pep's in the lab, dude.
All right, what do you got, Maresh?
Hey, boys. Tough week for most of the panel. City lost, Forest lost, but we'll be all right. Still sitting fifth.
Nice, like this guy.
Arsenal only get a point off Chelsea, and then United finally get 3 points.
Don't you forget
My question for you guys is if you could take one player from another Premier League team, who would that player be, and why would that player be Ryan Yates?
Dude.
I mean, my one's a cop out.
Do yourselves a favor and just during games, like this weekend was incredible. Do a Twitter search of Ryan Yates. He is the most hated guy by every team we play every single week, and I just drink it in. He's such a little rat. He's the absolute best. I love him. So, yeah, every team needs a Ryan Yates. Every winning team, regardless of the sport, needs a guy like Ryan Yates.
I'm going to go with Chris Wood. I want a proper striker on this team.
Erling Haaland.
Fair. I guess I would go with Declan Rice. I need a 6.
Actually, let me not go with Haaland.
I think Holland's the
cop-out.
obvious
No,
answer.
but that's a cop out.
Maybe
That's what
Mo
I'm saying.
Salah,
Let
so
me-
we have
let
a
me-
proper winger?
Nah, we do in Bukayo Saka.
Mm.
We have a very proper winger on that side. It's the other side that I'm a bit worried about. Danny
Welbeck?
Nah.
I don't know. I think he's better than Kai.
Isaac, no. Who are the left wingers in the Premier League?
Garnacho, Rashford.
No.
Anthony Gordon.
By the way, I
Callum
met
Hudson-Odoi.
this dude in Tallahassee with a Man United badge tattooed on his leg, and he was trying to tell me that Rashford is one of the best wingers in the league.
Crazy.
I know who you should be.
This
I know who you
generation
should be
of
saying.
United has
Zaw.
spawned a lot of people who think like
Boost
that,
stats.
like who didn't really watch the 2000s.
On the left?
a lot of like new era United fans think Rashford's like the GOAT, and they're just waiting.
Actually, I
for
wouldn't
him to
mind.
come back.
Anyone but Martinelli. I'd even take Diaz, on the left.
Diaz on the left would be nice.
Luis Diaz would be
Yeah.
sick.
Now I'm taking Cole Palmer so I can hit this. Bring him back to Manchester. He grew up a United fan. His dad still goes to almost every game. So
To United games?
yeah, his dad's seen ticket.
And you
holder.
somehow
Yeah.
still flopped him.
Well, when the Arabs come with all their money,
Ooh, you know who I love as a player, and I mentioned him a little bit earlier. Sorry to be loud and because it just came.
You're good?
Bernardo Silva. I think he's a. I
he's
think
a rat fuck too.
I think he's a phenomenal, one of the most underrated footballers in Premier League history. He
You are
is
correct,
an
Zaw. Thank you.
unbelievable footballer.
He's unbelievable.
You got another one, Mariah?
Bernadiki.
Hey boys, trying this again. Still trying to articulate my thoughts of what I watched Tottenham Hotspur put on the field today. Been a Premier League fan for a couple years now. Live and die with Spurs. And I never really understood the whole Spursy thing. I see the tweets and everything else, but after today, I get it. I get Spursy. whatever the definition is, I get it now.
It's also
I'll
Spursy.
just leave it at that.
It really is also Spursy.
I like how some of these are just like confessions.
Yeah.
Not even a question, just like, I'm just
Like I
where
need to
I'm at.
talk to somebody.
Vent,
about this.
just vent.
Yeah.
Call the line, vent.
So that was Spursies right there.
That's
Yeah.
also Spursy.
That's like the realization of a Bears fan or a Dolphins fan.
I feel bad.
So
for
the Spursy thing is this situation it was perfect. You could see it coming because once I saw you gassed, once I saw him gassed, everybody, Tottenham looking good, that is when the Spursy moment. When everybody excited, they look great. Oh, Son Ballon d'Or, Son's a great player.
Hey, not for nothing. It was a lack of the ability to be clinical. They had their chances. That first 10 minutes, they maybe had 6.
They were
Brennan Johnson missed one. Solanke missed one.
They should have put that game away.
I didn't watch that game. That was what time? That game was during the United one.
Yeah,
right?
it was
Okay, that's
United.
right.
Dude, they were shelling Ipswich, and then Ipswich, some dude on Ipswich, Smoke Dicks, did a bicycle kick and scored. Can you imagine like playing against Ipswich, shelling them, and then one of their volunteers
Get a miracle.
does a fucking bicycle kick?
What are they? What are they? Volunteers. These are professional footballers paid £40,000 a week. Volunteer.
I mean, it's curtains after that, but props to Ipswich.
Volunteers.
What's up, gentlemen?
Mince?
Jack here from Miami, Liverpool fan. Just wanted to call in and say, can we spend more than 5 minutes today on Liverpool being at the top of the Premier League table and not just talk about Arsenal getting screwed by the refs for 45 straight minutes? Thanks so much, guys. Love the show.
I didn't even mention David.
I caught a stray at the end.
I didn't even mention David Coote once. So.
Yeah, I think we gave Liverpool their flowers today.
Yeah. Last time I gave him a personal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
crazy,
literally
guys.
said that I look at them and I'm like, damn, that must be cool to be able to counterattack. No.
Gravenbach, great front three. The front three is fine.
I've been stroking off Gravenberch all year.
Yeah.
By the way, that David Coote thing is wild.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how dumb can you be? You're sitting on the couch looking right at this man's phone. Liverpool is shit. Klopp's a cunt.
Yeah.
And then in the video, you go, that video can't go anywhere.
Dude, I think the video is from 4 years ago, so it stayed under wraps for a long time.
COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Happened COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
That's crazy.
Damn, so he definitely reffed more
I know.
Liverpool games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that Odegaard thing after COVID? Yeah, that was last year, I think. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we were wearing the highlight jerseys.
Mhm.
And then, what's the one with Van Dijk where he, broke his leg?
Yeah, you didn't call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but he's definitely done Liverpool games.
The one I remember vividly, and I lost my mind when I put 2 and 2 together. Tomiyasu got a second yellow away at fucking Selhurst Park last season. It wasn't even a foul.
Always Arsenal.
It wasn't even a foul. He got I can show you. Can say it's always Arsenal. I can show you the foul.
The guy,
Another call?
I'm pretty sure he's from Nottingham.
No, he's a Man U fan.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Is he from Nottingham though?
He might be from Nottingham.
Okay.
He might
No,
be,
he's a United
might
fan.
be like our
United
boy
fan.
Brent
That's
DeCeasy.
where the
Okay.
issue is.
All right. Yeah.
So his gripe is apparently he handed Liverpool their title.
But also
That's what
he
people are
gave
looking into.
Allegedly.
tinfoil cap. He was also the one that gave. Was it Villa or West Ham
He gave West Ham that really, really crap
against
penalty.
Delict?
Yeah.
Tell me how this is a yellow
So
card.
you think that he
Hold
did
on,
that to get Ten Hag
Tell
out?
me how this is a yellow card. Tell me how it's a fucking yellow
Depends on
card.
what side of
How
the
is that a yellow? That's insane.
This game is from a
Jackson, Michael. Jesus.
Jackson.
How is that a yellow
Keep it in
card?
bay, Jackson.
How is that a yellow card?
Let's remember that the Liverpool call was about talking about Liverpool, not the refs in Arsenal.
How is that a yellow? How
that's
is
bad.
that a yellow?
Yeah, but he.
That's bad.
On the
But-
flip side, Coote gave you the.
How is that?
Odegaard was playing basketball in the box and you didn't get anything.
Rudy.
This clip is from a year ago, by the way, everyone
People
listening.
don't forget.
How is that a yellow?
I
Bro?
mean, yeah, it's a terrible
How
call.
is that a yellow? How is that a yellow?
It's a terrible call.
That's also a bad rule because you can't review second yellow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What happened?
Yeah.
When it happened, I lost my mind. I remember that.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Is
That's
the
unreal.
When it happened, you lost your mind.
I've got my TikTok. I've got the stream on my TikTok. That's the thing. TikTok saves the streams. I'll show you the stream.
How many more you got, Maresh?
I think
66 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, great.
All right. Real quick betting recap. Golden Boot. Chief 7-2. He hit Salah. I'm 5-4. I hit Salah as well. Semenyo for Maresh. That hit, right? Missed.
The next 3 missed.
Wow. Za missed. Rudy. I mean, unbelievable.
He mushed
Chris Wood mushed him into the grave. 1-8. Unbelievable.
I don't know how you pick the. I don't know.
I do it basically every week.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. I pick strikers. Strikers are supposed to score. I might pick fucking. I don't even know.
You should
dude.
pick like a left back.
I might pick fucking Joe Gomez.
First goal in his career ever.
Yeah.
He almost had one last week.
You got to pick someone else. You got to go with like Stones. Go with John Stones.
Murillo had his first goal last week.
Yeah.
The wrong Forest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a set piece. Chris Wood. No one knows there. And all of a sudden, who is this guy? Flying in. Get out of the way.
Chris Wood was like triple teamed on that. Murillo
I was
just
praying.
Right in.
I was praying for that penalty that they didn't give.
Oh, I know.
Praying. But sure enough, if they give that penalty, he misses. Chris Wood misses. I bet him. So yeah, I suck.
All right, betting recap. To all the listeners out there, I owe you a sincere apology because Maresh came in early, and he goes, "Are you taking both teams to score no draw?" I said, "Yep." He said, "Let me guess, Bournemouth, Brentford." I said, "Yep." I even sent him the ticket. It was my official pick, and then I came in here and listened to these idiots that know ball but don't know betting, and then I got scared, so I made Liverpool, Tottenham money line, and Spursy, and I lost. So I promise you I will never change my initial pick again. I missed 8-6 on the year. Chief bet Forest. He missed 4-7. Maresh, Wolves draw, miss 3-6. Rudy bet Man City, MC 130, miss 3-7. Za, Arsenal money line, miss 3-7. This whole podcast missed. 3/4 of this panel picked their favorite team to win. They lost. You should all be embarrassed.
Yep.
I fucked up.
Pathetic.
Hey, listen, I'm doing what I do, man. Don't listen to me.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
What I do.
And then
we're just here for the jokes and the banter and the good time.
Yeah.
We don't know what
Sure.
how to pick
Wait,
games.
so that clip is real?
What clip?
The ref one?
Yeah. Real clip.
That has to be fake.
No, it's 100%. He's
I know he came out and said that it's real. That's got to be fake.
I don't know how it's fake.
I don't know why you're trying to find it.
Bro, how do you talk? How do you talk into a cell phone?
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
That's got to be fake. There's no ways I can believe that.
He's off the piss. It's fine.
And fantasy update: Spurs in first, 729 total points. Hen Bronze 11, 698 total. Through on pens. Sorry, 691 total in third place. That's gonna do it for this episode. Shout out to everyone who watched. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see you guys on Friday. It's international break.
We should still put out something maybe later this week.
All right, we'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching.